What's up, everyone? All right, well, here we are at the end of January and another green day, finishing off the week with $3,650 this morning, which is pretty good. Most of that profit came in the first 10 minutes of the day on NNVC, which was gapping up 40%, riding that momentum right out of the gates before it started to pull back. I got a couple more trades around the VWAP, but they didn't end up being particularly profitable. It was kind of choppy through that area before fading back down. A couple others that were strong, CBLI, BIMI, we'll talk about those during the recap. Let's see, we had a few others. We'll break them down during the recap, as always. Questions, comments, you guys can leave them down below. And what you're gonna notice this weekend, if you come over to the website, warriortrading.com, is that we are hosting a Groundhog's Day sale. You may not already know this, but the groundhog is my spirit animal. I was due on Groundhog's Day. I wasn't born on Groundhog's Day, but it remains my spirit animal. So this year we're doing something extra special for Groundhog's Day, and you will see the coupon code if you come over to the website. You can use that on the day trading chat room, the trading simulator, the Warrior Starter class, which includes chat room and simulator access, or the Warrior Pro class, which includes starter, chat room, and simulator access, plus all the Warrior Pro courses. All right, so I hope you guys have a great weekend. Make sure you use that coupon code, and I will see you first thing on Monday morning at the beginning of a brand new month. All right, everyone, so I'm gonna wrap it up here today. $3,650.20. That's gonna make it the last day of January. And you know, I don't actually know yet how much I made in January. I decided to stop looking. I was getting frustrated at the beginning of the month. I was trying to build this cushion. It's one of these things with trading, and it's kind of similar for me, like thinking back on school. When I would have homework for a class, I would just try to get my homework done as quickly as possible because it feels so great once it's done. Doesn't really matter if it's done 100% right, if it's best. For me, my feeling was I just want it to be done. It just feels good. And with trading, it just feels good once you've got your monthly goal. It certainly feels great once you've got your annual goal. And so that desire to just try to get to that number as quickly as possible can influence me to be really aggressive at the beginning of a month and at the beginning of a year. And I know I have that habit, and I've got to really kind of rein that in a little bit. So rather than keeping this scoreboard kind of every single day of where I was at on the month, and of course that is therefore year to date because this is January, I decided to stop looking entirely. So I'll let all these trades settle tonight. I'll log in probably over the weekend or on Monday and see where I in fact did sit on the month. And then from there, look at my metrics, accuracy, profit loss ratio, and probably do a lesson on some of the takeaways from the month of January, which for my strategy ended up being a little bit difficult, more difficult than I expected. But that's sometimes, of course, the way it is with the market. If you come in with expectations, you're sure to be disappointed. You have to kind of come in with the lowest expectations possible and just trade the market that you're in. So today I started with NNVC, and on the one hand I was like, this is going to be the day. This is going to be the day this stock rips up to $25, $30 a share. And I started kind of mapping out the levels on the daily chart of where I saw resistance. Of course, notice that there was quite a bit of resistance as it was, would have been getting higher and higher. But initially, a pretty nice window here up towards 2460. The way I break down these levels, this is all based on Chapter 4 of the Warrior Pro class. It's analyzing the daily charts for gaps, windows, and so these are the levels I marked out. And when the bell rang, I gave it a second to dip down. I wasn't totally sure what it was going to do. And then I jumped into it right about here, 1830, 1840, as it ripped up, and we got to move up to 1920. All right, so in that first 1 minute candle, I made $1,600. The rest of the day, I traded it a couple of more times. I traded it, let's see, right here. I bought this pullback for the move up to VWAP, And then I bought this pullback here for the break over 1740. And then I bought in this area here. Where was it? Anyways, I took a couple trades through here, but the problem was it was so choppy. It would pop up and then flush down, and with really large spreads. By the way, nice job for those of you guys on BIMI, BIMI who took that trade. This was on our watch list right here for the break over 340, and then right here over 355. That break of 355 just gave you a move up to $4. Nice work. That's a nice trade. So that's a pullback setup here and a pullback setup here. What caused me to hesitate? No news. There's no news on it today. And that's fine on some days, and it's fine on some stocks, but on other days and on other stocks, I start to hesitate a little bit when I don't see news. With NNVC being our leading gapper today, and the fact that it ended up really failing to move higher versus the open price, I felt that I needed to be a little bit more cautious. But of course now BIMI is giving me FOMO because I'm seeing it rip up and I'm just like, son of a gun, from 355 to 420, 430, what am I doing wrong with my life? This is crazy. Missed the whole move. At the same time, that would be probably, it's, you have a set of rules and, you have a certain point where you say, all right, I'm going to take my money off the table and I'm going to walk away. I'm walking away right now with $3,600 in profit, which is a terrific day. If I went ahead and jumped in this like right here at 415 on this little micro pullback, and then all of a sudden it flushes down really quickly to 375, given the fact that it just moved up this fast, it could probably move back down that fast. And let's say I jump in it impulsively with 8,000 shares. Next thing you know, I could be down $2,400. And now I'm up only 800 on the day. That type of stuff can really get me agitated. So I just have to, generally speaking, walk away. So I'm just going to change this to the S&P 500. We'll change this to the SPY as well. And out of sight, out of mind. It's much easier to do that than to stare at something, feeling yourself getting more and more frustrated. Now, don't worry, I still have BIMI on another level 2 down here, so I'll still watch it. I'll give myself, I'll torture myself a little bit, but not too much. All right, so S&P 500, yeah, market's down a little bit here today, but I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so NNVC, that was our first trade out of the gates. Then CPSH. All right, so let's pull up the gap scanner back here. CPSH actually ended up being the leading gapper this morning, gapping up 80%. I'll do this time frame for 9:25 here. 65%. All right, well, actually, by the time the bell was ringing, it was 80. So this one ended up giving us a really decent move right out of the gates. I mean, this was pretty solid, and I jumped in it to ride that momentum. We got this breakout here on the 1-minute chart. It breaks and rips up to $90 to $2. I bought it on that little pullback, and then it rips from 2 up to 215, 220, all the way up to 239. I actually added as high as 237, thinking that this was going to go up to 250. If it broke 250, next target's $3. It came back down, and unfortunately, I only made $676, which was kind of disappointing. I had 8,000 shares. I really thought that this thing was going to make a bigger move, and I ended up making less than 10 cents a share on it. So whatever, profit is profit. So with those two trades, I was up $2,400. That was in the first, basically the first 5 minutes of the day. Next trade, DYNT. Now this was a little bit of a riskier trade. This stock hit the high day momentum scanner. Where was this? Down here to $1.03, and all of a sudden starts surging up. No news again, but the rate of change was really impressive. And so I bought it at a, let's see, where was this? Now I'm trying to remember where this was. But I bought this as it was squeezing up. It ended up hitting a high of $1.37. And so you can see right here, I'm up $97 on it. But then it couldn't break $1.37. It flushed back down. I tried to take another trade on it when it came back up here. And I tried to take a last trade on it when it came back up here. So the little bit of profit that I made in this first breakout, I ended up giving back on this one and this one, which failed to break over $1.37. So I'm a little sad about that. I'm also a little bit sad that Bimby is still running without me. I'm really sad about that. Only because I'm completely missing it. And, you know, again, this is one of those times where that would have worked. It's so easy to have 20/20 vision when you're looking in hindsight, and to be able to say, oh, I should have bought this dip right here. You know, even though I'm in the middle of a recap, I should have just, you know, gone ahead and done it. But, you know, you guys know I really don't do that, and the risk there, I guess back down 15, 20 cents, it's risk reward. So anyways, that nice to see that breakout. Good job for those of you guys that took that trade at 355 that we were watching. All right, so next stock, NYMX. This was a small $300 winner. Quick little break there, a red to green move. I got in for the break of 4. It hit a high of 409 and then it flushed down. Ended up making $300 on it, but really not happy with that action. NNVC around this same time was selling off, which wasn't great. CBLI, really nice breakout right here. A nice breakout right here, a rip up. I bought inside this 5-minute candle, thinking that it was going to break over 58. It broke 58 on this 1-minute pullback, but hit a high of only like 65. So not much to show for there on that one. CBLI, and then that's it. So this is what I traded. You know, of course, I would have loved to have been able to have a bigger green day to finish the month and finish the week, but at the same time, losing sight of the profit you have in your pocket in hopes of making more and more and more is greed, and you have to at some point know when to walk away. So taking the profit off the table today, $3,600, not a bad day. And I'll be back at it first thing Monday morning, and we're gonna start a brand new month. All right, so hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you back here on Monday morning. And those of you guys who are around through the weekend, you will notice probably some emails about the Groundhog's Day sale that we've got going on. So we'll send out some emails about that. You guys will see it also if you come to the website, and that'll be running just through the weekend. All right, so that's it for me. I'll see you guys first thing on Monday morning. Hey, did you know that I go live every single morning between 9 and 9:15 to stream my pre-market watch list? Subscribe to the channel, press the bell for the alert, and you'll get the notification.